Marriott will buy Starwood to create the world's largest hotel company. The deal will combine familiar names like Sheraton, Westin, Fairfield Inn, Ritz-Carlton, and Marriott. Shares of Marriott rose more than 1%. Starwood Hotels fell more than 3.5%. Simon Hobbs has more on the acquisition and the timing of this deal.
France remains under an official state of emergency, but with the reopening of the Paris stock market, travel stocks exposed to any potential slowdown fell. Airlines, rail and lodging stocks. Marriott might like to have delayed the announcement that it's buying Starwood, but its CEO says that would have been impractical.
It's a $13 billion deal. Weeks have gone into preparing this. Months really have gone into preparing this. You've got boards that are meeting to approve, and it's big news. So you can't sit on this news and say we're simply going to wait for a convenient day to come out and announce it.
Marriott's planning to buy Starwood almost entirely with its own stock, 6 months after its troubled rival put itself up for sale. Back in May, Marriott looked at a possible transaction and walked away. But over the summer, as Starwood failed to find a buyer and its stock underperformed Marriott by another 15%, Arne Sorensen says he was drawn back.
I think initially we were dissuaded. We thought the company was expensive, and we initially sort of backed away from it a bit. But as the months went by, we saw a relative shift in the values of the company, so it made it more attractive economically. And we became more and more convinced that there was value we could create by having the two companies pulled together.
Marriott's deal catching many in the industry by surprise. Many had thought that either the Chinese or Hyatt would do a deal to buy Starwood. As it is, Arne Sorensen at Marriott is paying what JP Morgan describes as a modest premium, and ultimately he'll run the largest hotel chain in the world. And since in this country, Starwood has only a 3% market share, to add to Marriott's 10%, it's not thought that they'll face competition problems.
We're attracted to this deal in part because they accelerate our globalization. We have been obviously in the business for a long time, but Starwood is more global than Marriott is. And we think it's a good thing that we will have more sources from around the world. At this moment in Paris, that may not be ideal. But when you look at potential performance of the euro in the years ahead, you look at growth in developing markets like China and India and elsewhere, I think we will see in the long term that contribution is fabulous.
In the meantime, hotel owners will be asking how Marriott intends to juggle its portfolio of now 30 brands. In particular, how it can reinvigorate Starwood's all-important Sheraton brand, which has underperformed for so long. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Simon Hobbs.